looked me in the eye and he said, "Why don't you talk to me next time before you're upset?" Well, I'm upset. This is before I'm upset. This is me talking right now. Before I'm upset. The last time I asked for a fucking racist to get kicked out of a club. All right. Give me a whoop whoop if you want to speak. Whoop whoop. Anybody? Any round left? All right. Black women have done enough. We survive every fucking day. Any other people want to come up and speak on their experiences as far as sexual assault or discrimination goes in the clubs, as customers, as strippers? Anybody? Come on forward. Come on up. Okay, first of all, oh my God, look at God.
Hi, my name is Mia. I've been dancing for 4 years here in Portland. I am a first generation Mexican American. I haven't had any like specific experience, although I just have a lot of people who are very kind of subtle about it, but they're microaggressions. So, sorry, I'm kind of nervous. So I've had like a white customer like tell me like, "Oh look, your people aren't even tipping you," and blah blah blah. Or I have like a lot of customers that will try to like speak Spanish to me and be like white customers be like, "Hola," or like "Señorita" and stuff like that. I've spoken about racism on my Instagram in the club, and then I've had white girls at my club make a rumor about me saying I'm racist when I was just speaking on my experiences. And I also get kind of nervous, I guess, to wear like hoops, or sometimes if I don't want to feel too ethnic in the club for the sake of money or the clientele, I try to like not wear red, stuff like that. And it's not that I don't want to. I obviously love my hoops and I love my culture, but sometimes, especially on slow nights, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to deal with this, and I don't want to deal with the stereotypes. And it's really hard having to deal with sexism and racism in the club. So some days I just don't want to deal with it, and I have to conform, and I don't want to, but I just know that Portland is a majorly white city, and the clientele usually likes blonde, white girls. And another thing is that it's really hard sometimes on stage because I go crazy on the pole, or I do a bunch of tricks. I have to go like 10 times harder and not get as many tips. And then a white girl will go up and do the bare minimum, or she'll twerk. And it's like, oh my God, she can twerk. Like the white girl can twerk. And it's just like, what about me? I was just twerking 10 times harder. And I got $1. And I'll do like the back of the pole. I'll do a lot. And I won't get shit. And it's just like, it's just tough having to compete with that sometimes when we shouldn't have to. So that's just my experience. Does anyone else want to speak?
Thinking about is that originally this idea came from a revolution that ended the Peloponnesian War in like 404 BC, and basically partners stopped sleeping with their husbands and warriors in an attempt to shut down a war. It ended a huge war, but one of the warriors who was fighting in that is named Theseus, and Theseus had a ship, and when he went out, he had a brand new ship. And along the way, he had to replace the sails, and he had to replace the deck, and he had to replace the hull. And when they came back, they said, "Well, Theseus, is that the same ship?" And he said, "Yes, it is. There are holes in these sails, and the ship is sinking. But we're not abandoning ship, we're trying to save it. Just because we put new sails on this boat does not mean it's not the same boat. These are the winds of justice, and we're gonna make sure we catch them." Does anybody else want to speak just about the Portland community in general? Any experiences that you've had would be really helpful. Go ahead, Darren.
What up, my people? Que lo que? What's up? Yo, my name I'm gonna tell you my alias name because I can't identify myself. There could be spies among us. I'm gonna keep it real. My name is Luna Soul. Luna Soul. Luna Soul. I am Afro-Indigenous. I'm Colombian Ecuadorian. I'm proud. I'm from New York City. I just moved out here. And I want to tell y'all something that's matter real. That y'all have a great opportunity right now to really capture this movement. Portland is a small city compared to New York City. They tried it over there and it's really hard to get that going. But right here, we are having white allies who are willing to do the work. I just want to tell y'all, to my white fellow folks, because we talk a lot about color, but I want to talk about my white allies. This is an ongoing work, okay? This will make you feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but I promise, you continue understanding and unlearning and learning, and I promise you will change the cycle and break that cycle of the ancestors who have captured us colored folks. And I want y'all to understand that right now anxiety might be among us. Maybe we're nervous, maybe we need to ask more questions. But do it. Put yourself out there. Do the unlearning work now, because that's the only way we're gonna get this movement going. Now for my black folks, my indigenous folks, my colored folks, my Latinx, everyone out there. Take your time in healing in this movement, please. Take your time healing in this movement. I say it again, take your time. Because we have gone through a lot of stuff that a lot of people are just learning, that we go through on a day-to-day basis, and we have our coping mechanisms that have taught us since we were kids to protect ourselves, to protect our ego, to do all of this. And it's time to heal that, so then we can become the leaders. We can be the black, indigenous, Latinx leaders that we're supposed to be in the sex industry right now. Especially right now, it's unfair what they're paying us. It's unfair how they're treating us. It's unfair to get a Tuesday night. We deserve a Saturday night. We deserve a Saturday night. We deserve to support every community out there. Our LGBTQ community. We need to help our trans women, our trans men, all of them to also have the same opportunities to have a Saturday night. And in terms of speaking my own experience, I honestly have been stripping maybe for a year and a half now, and I popped my cherry here in Portland. And I wouldn't want it any other way. Portland is the capital, the stripping capital of America, and that should say a lot. That means that you guys view us as any other workers. You don't look down at us like it is on East Coast. Oh, you're a stripper? Oh no, she's struggling, she's suffering, or she's beneath that, or they're beneath that. But no, over here, you guys embrace that. And that's important. That's so important. We can change it. So right now, we're building the structure. We're building it right now in the sense of how we communicate with these owners, how we communicate with management, how we communicate with our white dancers who are dancing side by side with us. So we need to establish this now. And there's people who are doing it. We're doing it right now. But we got to do it for the future dancers as well. Because it's so unfair for them to walk into this and then see us working beside them 10 years later in the same structure, in the same bowl. This is no longer it. We got to change that. So that's all I want to say. That's all I want to share. I'm going to pass the mic.
I also wanted to bring up that I think it speaks a lot that I don't think it should be necessary for black women to tell and black people to tell their stories at this time. We've told you the fuck before. Excuse my language. There's like a small child right here. But we've told you before. We've told you a million times. And the thing is, white supremacy is not real. And we can tell that because there are so many white people here who are trying to help and it doesn't work. The things that are holding us back, these hurdles, are not only insignificant, they aren't there. Period. They're not real. They don't exist. And in that, they will be so easy to dismantle. That it is just people. It is just an idea. And ideas are stronger than individuals. And our ideas are stronger than theirs. So let's erase these things that give us no power. It doesn't actually give power to white people, because otherwise this would be fixed already. Also, I think that what we're going to try to do is we will be moving at 6:30, down start, please stay on the sidewalks. But we're gonna take a break from recording and put all of our recording devices down so that anybody who doesn't feel comfortable being recorded can speak openly, if that's all right with everyone.